Hello, Glow friends and family. We are here in Krakow, Poland. We just left Ukraine yesterday, and we wanted to show you this beautiful city and give you a recap of the highlights of our trip. We have made it safely out of Ukraine, and it was such a blessed and wonderful trip. I want to tell you, we put the GO in GLOW this time. GLOW stands for Go, Love Others Well, and this trip was a trip of going. So I want to hit the highlights, show you some pictures, and just thank you for your ongoing support, the support you've given already, your ongoing support, and show you what you're a part of as our GLOW family. So first, what we did, we flew into a new country this time. We flew into Moldova. And in Moldova, we were picked up by Igor, our ministry partner in Odessa. He drove us across the border, experienced a new border crossing, and drove a few more hours into Odessa, where we met our boy, Sasha. Many of you have been praying for Sasha for many years. He is the one we hosted in 2015 and started this whole thing to begin with. So it was a wonderful time. We haven't seen him in over 2 years. We had a beautiful time with Sasha, his girlfriend, Christina, and I think he experienced just the love of his parents, had some great talks and times, and I'm so proud of him. He actually is working with Igor with this ministry that Igor runs, a rehab center in Odessa. And actually Sasha was instrumental in getting someone into rehab while we were there. Someone asked him for money while he was out taking a walk, and he said, this is such a great story. This guy was just real beat up and all this, and he said, hey, I can't give you money, but I can get you help. And he, through a series of events, we ended up running back into this guy, and he connected with Igor. His phone had been lost, so he couldn't talk to him, and now he has got in the rehab, and actually Igor says he is doing phenomenal. He was ready for change. He was ready to get a new start to his life, and my boy was part of that. Is that not amazing? We got to be there for that. Seeing Igor's ministry blessed us so much. Igor is someone who has had a very, very rough life. He was in prison 13 years. His testimony is absolutely amazing, and now he has a heart for the broken. And so we have gotten behind him and support this rehab center. And if you have a heart for things like this too, homeless people, rehab center, they feed the homeless every week. They're getting their guys to just rally and help other people, and they've helped in the war and all the war efforts, and we are so blessed to be connected with them, and having met them in person is just so important. So we're happy for that strategic meeting. And then after we spent time in Odessa, met the guys, got to know the city and the ministry and the church. We got to speak to babushkas and had a Mother's Day message for them. It was so special. After all of that, Igor and his friend Sergey drove us 7 hours to Alexandria, which is where GCO and we have partnered to help an orphanage. GCO is Global Children's Outreach, and now they are a part of GLOW, and together we're helping support a private orphanage connected to a church, the Charity Center, and it is just a beautiful ministry, Center of Hope. And met the people. Marina and Sasha, the orphanage directors, and pastors of the church, are fabulous people who've been working with these children for 22 years. They know every child's name. They know everyone who's been through, what their birthdays are. They are in the trenches with these lives. I felt like I was like with Mother Teresa. It was a beautiful experience to be there. And what's really special is Igor got such a heart for these orphans. They were just gathered around him, these little boys, and I could see it in his eyes. I was like, he used to be with these rehab guys, and he's loving these little kids. He talked to the director so much, and I think some beautiful things in future ministry is brewing there. We also had our Deanna there, and she just jumped into ministry. To watch her with children is amazing. And we had a great 2 or 3 days in Alexandria. Then we had our Sergey come pick us up, and he drove us about 5 hours to Kyiv, and we spent the remaining time kind of based at our house in Kyiv that we still have, and Sergey's team lives there, and they're doing all the rebuilding and all the humanitarian aid. The house is like a hub. It's full, the garage is full of supplies, the basement, they're putting together furniture there. It's amazing what this team is doing. We just love the team that lives in this house. But we got to take them on a special treat. We got to take them for 3 days away on a retreat about an hour from Kyiv. And for some of these guys, it was their first vacation or break or away from work since the war began, for over a year. And they were so grateful. And to us, this was my birthday fundraiser. You guys gave from Facebook about $2,000, and that paid for 31 people to be on a 3-day retreat. So it was really, really special. That included food and lodging. Prices are really great here, so that's great. A little bit of money can go a long way. And to see them rest and relax and have fun and enjoy each other was so special. But we got to spend time during the free time. We were having individual meetings, strategizing, praying, seeking God over the lives of all of our people, some of our grads who've been working humanitarian aid, and they're ready to go on to the next part of their life and do the thing they're passionate about. And we're brainstorming, business ideas were coming, and then the other people, every part of our ministry, we had individual meetings every day, and with translation. So that's really important, because when we are in America, we actually communicate so much with people in Ukraine, but it's hard without sitting there and having a conversation with translation. And this was so meaningful. Every meeting was wonderful, and God really met us and gave us great strategy. Plus, Sergey is very anointed with an entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, he is an idea machine, and he was able to equip these guys with business ideas, the SWOT analysis and business planning session. So we had a wonderful time, spiritual times with the Lord, worship times. Our Timothy led worship. It was a big reunion for us, and for me to sit there and look at the faces of like Igor, Sergey, Maxime, our leaders, and look in their faces at all across from me. I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting to see them. So thank you for just giving me that gift of being with our people. And then they got to interact with each other. So much was brewing. It was just wonderful and strategic all at the same time. Then we go back to Kyiv. We were in Kyiv on both ends of the trip. We were doing ministry with our friends, getting to go to the Gostomel Church, which is the church that's arising out of the place that stopped the invasion into Kyiv, the takeover of Kyiv. It's a very pivotal, crucial city. And in that city, we got to visit Natasha and her home, which was, there were pictures I had posted of war and what war looks like. Then the bricks were being delivered. The day we're there, the foundation was being finished, the bricks are being delivered, and Natasha gave her heart to the Lord, and her kids gave their heart to the Lord, Dasha and Vanya, 2 of her 6 kids, on the day we were there, and Andrew got to present the gospel. It was beautiful. Natasha had a very broken life, and she was very angry, very bitter, and then she is just like experiencing the love of God through people. She's like, I don't know why I'm so happy. I don't know why I'm so joyful. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what changed. It's the love of God. That is what the love of God can do for people. And you guys did that. You guys sent the love of God to them, and we thank you so much. Our trip ended with just meetings. Different people got to see our Max Batista from Krivoga, ministry partner of ours. We got to meet Oksana, who's a friend who's coming to the States, and she has a daughter in the States that's at my church, The Refuge in America, and we're gonna have her share and minister when she's there. It was just fabulous to have all this time to meet. And of course, our last night in Kyiv, we were spent with Maxime. The last night with Maxime and Sergey's family. It was a beautiful time. God really met us there. And the last night we did hear a lot of explosions. We woke up in the night, but it was really special not to have fear. Like, we really felt the Lord as our shield. But we feel for our people there who have to constantly deal with this day in and day out. And now in the day, there's explosions. We got out right before our first day of Poland yesterday was when Kyiv was getting hit during the daytime. So we were hearing it 3, 4 in the morning, like, there were sirens all through our trip, but there's literal explosions. 54 drones were sent. That was the biggest attack ever our last night there, but 52 were disabled. And I just want you guys to know, no matter where you stand politically or how you feel, these Ukrainians are coming up to us and they're literally thanking us as Americans. They're like, are you American? Thank you. We had a waiter say to us, without you, we would be done. And it just hit me, the gravity of what America has been able to do for Ukraine to defend themselves. And they're fighting for freedom, which is a principle we all stand for, and we're just grateful for the protection that was afforded. But what they need now is they need prayers. They need we see God doing great things, and so please continue to pray for Ukraine. The harvest is coming. He's doing things in people's hearts, even through the tragedy, thank you for sending us. We're in Krakow. We leave early. Yulia drove us. We took 2 days to get us out of the country to drive. There's no airport in Ukraine anymore. That was hit, and they're not flying planes in. And so we have to go to bordering countries to fly home. So early tomorrow morning, we'll be on the 6 a.m. flight coming back to America, and to our friends and our Ukrainian loves there as well, and our precious family and children. Can't wait to see them and all of you in America. Thank you for loving, thank you for giving, and let's continue to go love others well.